everyone. I'm Lauren Dalvia, astrologer here at Bene Mudra, and this is an astro update for December 14th through December 20th. We have tonight, this is the eve of, December 13th through December 20th. Tonight, December 13th, we're on the eve of the eclipse. So if you're feeling very heavy energy, join the club. Tomorrow morning, we have a December 14th, a new moon eclipse in Sagittarius, and that's connected to the planet Mercury in communication, and that is also joined to the South Node, which is the place of karma. And so it's basically about endings and new beginnings, which can occur quickly, communication and truth and lies, and everything therein is emphasized. So we also are going to look forward later in the week to December 19th, when there is a conjunction between the Sun and Mercury, and also kind of a key fact related to communication that is unearthed earlier in the week will be emphasized again later in the week. Also on the 15th, we have Venus entering Sagittarius. So that means relationship, money, and values open up and allowing for exploration and expansion, which is really nice. And Chiron, who is the wounded healer, stations direct on the 15th as well. So that leads to like this sort of uplifting and soothing integration of wounds. So we love that also. And then finally, Mercury is entering Capricorn on December 20th, which means structure and commitment and formality are applied to words and information. So it's actually very good for communication. And I'm just going to give a brief update for each sign. Aries, the eclipse ends the Mercury conjuncting the North Node is in your opportunities sector. So that's going to present messages involving travel, foreign matters, education, legal matters, publishing, broadcasting. The messages will be from the past or based on a culmination, or this will open a door for new opportunities or growth. You have a trine in your sign, which is going to fire you up, so your actions will easily drive things forward. You have the power to dictate your future. This could be the start of a grand adventure. And also the Sun-Mercury conjunction later in the week underlines that what you must know in order to progress, and also it's going to illuminate sort of a wider audience for your words. Taurus, the eclipse, as well as Mercury conjunct the South Node, is in your sector of shared resources. So this is presenting information from the past about debts, taxes, your partner's finances, family, money, intimacy, anything psychological. A culminating scenario, this could deliver the results of research or an intimate conversation or discovery. So this insight can lead directly to a new chapter, and this can help you move past old habits. We're letting go at eclipses. So we tune into instinctive or private actions that naturally fuel your words or your realizations, like to say it and see it happen. The Sun and Mercury conjoined is going to add clarity as hidden or subconscious issues are fully revealed. So Mercury is also moving into your opportunities sector. So that's going to help you define future goals involving travel, education, anything legal, anything publishing, broadcasting, and the like. So distant hopes and ideals become concrete as they are put into a formal context this week. It's a big week for Taurus. Gemini, the eclipse and Mercury conjunct the South Node is in your partnership sector. So that activates a relationship discussion from the past or a message from a past partner. This will be a culmination involving balance or lack of balance, or ideals or promises that need to be fulfilled. In some cases, there can be a goodbye, but not always. Social activities can align with one-on-one conversations, so all relationships can benefit from this sort of smooth blend of words and actions. It's a sweet spot for Geminis. It's like those ideas and that way with words and conversations is really going to help you this week. This can immediately trigger new partnership chapters that see viewing old relationships or relationship habits in a new way. The Sun and Mercury conjunction, it also kind of it's going to illuminate a key message or understanding delivered by someone else. Also watch for conversations about shared resources. This is going to be delving into uncomfortable discussions about money or intimacy. It could be time to define shared boundaries or your own deep-seated issues or fears. Some of that might get unearthed, but it's a really good time to kind of clear that out. Cancer. The eclipse and Mercury conjunct the South Node. They're in your sector of routine. This highlights diagnosis, instruction, correction that's been simmering for a while. So you'll be looking at how you can make that final improvement or step away from unhealthy habits. Actions involving your career or future goals can energize this as you identify precisely what needs to change or end and then act on it. So in some cases, this can signal a successful conclusion to a work project or but this can immediately open a door that invites you to approach self-care in a different way, work or obligations to others in these new ways. The Sun and Mercury conjunction is also going to increase clarity and your decisiveness about priorities. Like you will know exactly what needs to be done next. It's a really good clarity inducing week and eclipse for Cancer. Leo, this eclipse is in your sector of self-expression. This can see you kind of delivering an attention-grabbing speech or receiving a message from the past, flirtation or attraction, very Leo. The purpose is for you to come to terms with facts and what you're saying and what you're hearing rather than what you wish was true. So in some cases, this can mark a boost for your confidence or thoughts. And you can watch for new chapters in love or creative life. You want to, in terms of boosting your confidence, this is like thoughts being put into action and the ability to kind of move quickly to meet an opportunity. The Sun Mercury conjunction also highlights some key truth that must be expressed as well. Mercury is in your sector of routine. This means it's all business when it comes to next steps in terms of health, daily work, and being of service. So this influence will help you focus and like what must be done, what must be corrected in order for that part of your life to balance. Virgo, the eclipse and Mercury on the South Node is in your domestic sector. This is suggesting new chapter with family relationships and issues within your home. So moving forward will depend on how you act in terms of like a message from the past. This could be a message that you just from your inner knowing, but it will come clearly usually with these eclipses. It's quite a real message, whether it's delivered within or actually from somebody else. This is a message concerning family history. There could be conclusions related to home finances or secrets in a family relationship. That's possible. The Sun Mercury conjunction, it further clarifies the truth about family history or a belief that was based on childhood, you know, that can be kind of disrobed or understood for what it really is. Mercury is in your sector of self-expression, and this can see you getting serious about speaking out, especially in terms of creating or performing. What you want is to put into words that express your true desires this week. It's a great week for writing for Virgos. And meditation, of course. Libra, this eclipse and Mercury on the South Node is in your communication sector. This has you dealing with a message or an idea from the past. So there could be an answer or a final document. This will be energized by actions or competition. Work or not. Make sure that you're not being pushed or decide to speak on something you don't agree with, because this turning point will dictate how you proceed in a matter involving travel, education, broadcasting, publishing, legal. A new chapter or agreement emerges, and the Sun Mercury conjunction, it really emphasizes the exact words you need to speak or the exact truth you need to be aware of. So Mercury moving into your domestic sector, it shifts a conversation to family matters, a home business, or anything involving rental or ownership or of a home or a property that you own with family. Venus is also in your communication sector in this trine to the wounded healer, direct in your partnership sector. This opens up easy discussions about another's pain. So you'll find the perfect words that are uplifting yet empathetic. This allows you to connect with another via their wound and to be of service. In some cases, you may be attracted to someone because of their pain, but like, you know, in terms of being of service this week. Scorpio, the eclipse and Mercury in the South Node is in your sector of personal resources. So this delivers a key piece of info regarding money that you've earned, values, self-esteem, something you've been working towards can be realized along with benefits. You will reap those benefits, or you may be activating a new way to approach old financial habits. And actually the month of December is actually a great month to do it. We often do it in January. It's like time to go to the gym. It's time to get our finances in order. December is a 3-month in numerology, and it's a boss month. It's a time to take accounts, and it's a time when we do take those accounts and address those financial habits that actually shifts can be made. I love it for the pandemic because people aren't out partying as much. So there actually is time to like slow down and come to terms with the old approaches to financial habits that we might want to birth into new ways of being. So the results of this can be new sources of income, new approaches to spending, an assertive way of declaring what we want, what is truly essential to us. The Sun and Mercury conjunction is going to illuminate an important conversation or fact regarding these issues with finance. Mercury is also moving into your communication sector. This can increase the flow of info between you and others and conversation. Short conversations, especially emails, meetings, these move along. You become more aware of what's correct and how to do that, and how to write, how to speak in a correct manner. Also, Venus is in your area of personal resources in this trine to the wounded healer, Chiron, and this is going direct in your sector of routine. This favors support and integration for frustrating health issues or difficulties, helping or caring for another. So you may give more or find it easier to accept your own weaknesses and wounds. Healing increases as you realize your value. Always. Sagittarius, the eclipse and Mercury over your south node in your sign, this triggers a turning point in a relationship. So old ways of conversing with or viewing another will be confronted as you assert your views or demand answers. There can also be a moment where you launch something you've been working on. This next chapter will follow immediately as you accelerate into sort of a new lifestyle and new identity. The Sun-Mercury conjunction in your sign, this can gift you with clear insight while fueling your ability to deliver a powerful message. So Mercury is moving into your sector of personal resources. This introduces formal conversations or documents about personal values, earned money. It's a really good time to plan for your financial future or define your budget and boundaries. It is, again, this is a really good month for everybody to be taking account, but especially for Sagittarius and Scorpio, as I just said. Venus is in your sign, trine Chiron, the wounded healer, direct in your sector of self-expression. This allows you to be open and loving about a painful issue. Insecurities about attraction or talent, they can actually work for you if you integrate them into your life or your art. So in general, Venus in your sign attracts others to you via your natural gifts, openness, optimism, and generosity. So also you also want to just be really open. This is a really great time for Sagittarius to be super open and expressive, and just to know that the flow of the universe is with you, that you're very, very safe to really be yourself this week. Capricorn, the eclipse and Mercury in your south node is in your hidden sector. This suggests a culmination or acceptance of a secret. So something in your blind spot can be acted on in order to launch a fresh start, maybe related to family. If you've been avoiding this, now is the time to confront it and get real with it. Sun Mercury adds deep clarity to the subject. It will be impossible to ignore. In some cases, a truth about health, work, self-care, something like that could be revealed. Mercury is moving into your sign this week, and this brings all of the above, out into the open. So if you're ready to go public, assert your views, or to be totally honest about what's brewing, finding the right words would be easier this week. Venus is also moving into your hidden sector, trine the wounded healer Chiron, direct in your domestic sector. This enables private moments of apology and forbearance and healing with family members, family matters. So lingering insecurity or vulnerability based on the past can be soothed with unconditional love and self-healing, time alone. These energies encourage you to release. It's a good time to take time alone for Capricorn. Aquarius, the eclipse and Mercury over the south node, the communication planet, is in your social sector. This delivers a culmination revolving a friend or an associate from the past or your social image. So in some cases, there can be an announcement or a public launch that pushes you forward. Pay attention to outdated or mixed messages from others. This will lead you directly to a new social chapter or image or group or a place of business, like association. The Sun Mercury conjunction is putting your words into the spotlight. What you say now will be public. Despite the above, Mercury is also moving into your hidden sector. So this can see you pulling back in order to regroup or tune into secrets and instinctive knowledge. So initial public exposure can trigger a period of quiet contemplation. That's normal. Venus is moving into your social sector in that trine to the wounded healer Chiron. And that's going direct in your communication sector, right? So this is enabling connections with others based on insecurities about speaking or having your ideas respected. So just watch for an easy path for expression or opportunity to be open about your fears. It's a good time to be open about your fears. You're safe, and you have a lot of, like, you know, universal help, being honest. This can attract, you know, you're attractive in terms of your honesty and your humor in this regard right now. Also, Saturn and Jupiter is moving into your sign. It's a huge deal, at the end of the week. um, this introduces a new chapter regarding responsibilities, your adherence to new rules, and the expression of your growing authority. So this is a new job, a lifestyle, or a project can demand more discipline, or it may be time for a major shift in direction as old goals are no longer viable. The end of this week is a huge week for Aquarius. That cannot be underestimated. The planets Jupiter and Saturn are moving into your sign and will meet at 0 degrees on the winter solstice on 12/21. So it's a huge deal. It's definitely a time for a shift, and it's exciting. Pisces, the eclipse and Mercury over the South Node in your career sector, this presents a turning point conversation with management or answer about a job search. This can also be pivotal career announcement or decision. Maybe you work for yourself. I mean, to start a business, something that's driven by your efforts to earn more. Your domestic future will also play a role in any decisions, and a new career goal or approach to your future will follow. Sun and Mercury is going to clarify your decisions and underlies key facts to take away from any professional discussion. Mercury also is moving into your social sector, so that switches your attention to public forums, discussions with friends, or the definition of certain relationships that are social. Venus is also in your career sector, trine the wounded healer Chiron, in your sector of personal resources, and this can ease financial insecurities or doubts about professional worth. So you just want to watch for a supportive professional relationship or an increased ability to attract favorable attention and acceptance from your contributions. It's a really good week for Pisces. And just for everyone, tread boldly and lightly at the same time. Like, it's just a really good time to meditate, get rest, love the parts of yourself that don't want to say goodbye to the old outmoded ways as we invite the new ways in. And it's a really good time to just talk to spirit. I would like to thank Remington Donovan, one of my teachers and mentors, Diana Brown, and Nadia Gilchrist, whose work this update is based on. Again, my name is Lauren Dalvia. I'm an astrologer and spiritual teacher at Bene Mudra. I can be found on Instagram at 1111guided and at Lauren, LAUREN _Dalvia, DALVIA. And I am available at Bene Mudra for private consultation in astrology, numerology, and spiritual teaching. And I thank you and wish you a beautiful week and happy